Chosen ones, an emergency update is unfolding right now. Something massive is about to happen suddenly, and God Himself has declared it's coming faster than you can imagine. You feel it, don't you? That stirring in your spirit, that sense that the ground beneath you is shifting. This is no ordinary moment. This is a divine signal, a cosmic alarm ringing through the heavens, calling you to stand ready. God is moving, and what's coming will change everything. Your life, your purpose, your destiny. Stay with me, because this message is for you, the one chosen to rise in this hour. Your heart knows this isn't just another day. The air feels charged, like the moment before a storm breaks. God has been preparing you for this. Every trial, every tear, every moment you thought you couldn't go on. Those weren't accidents. They were forging you into someone unbreakable, someone ready to step into the supernatural breakthrough that's rushing toward you. This isn't about waiting anymore. The time is now. God's plan is accelerating, and the blessings He's held in reserve are about to pour out like a flood. If you're feeling this truth resonate, pause right now, hit that like button, and leave a comment with the number 777 to declare you're ready for what's coming. Picture a dam holding back a mighty river. For years, it stood firm. But now, cracks are forming. One push, one divine moment, and the water will burst through, unstoppable. That's where you are right now. The obstacles that once held you back, financial struggles, broken relationships, doubts that whispered you weren't enough, they're cracking. God is about to release a torrent of favor, healing, and abundance. This isn't a slow trickle. This is sudden, overwhelming, divine overflow. You've been faithful in the small things, and now He's trusting you with the big ones. Your breakthrough isn't just close, it's here. Think about Noah. The world laughed while he built the ark year after year under a clear sky. But when the rains came, they came suddenly. In a moment, everything changed. That's what God is doing for you. The world may not see it yet. Those around you may doubt, mock, or misunderstand. But God's promise is certain. What He's spoken over your life will happen, and it will happen faster than you think. The doors you've prayed for are swinging open. The chains you've carried are breaking. The dreams you've buried are coming back to life. Are you ready to step into this new season? If you are, type 777 inches the comments and let the heavens know you're claiming this moment. This isn't about chasing wealth or fame. It's about stepping into the fullness of who God created you to be. The emergency isn't chaos, it's urgency. God is saying, now is your time. The world is shifting, and you're not meant to stay on the sidelines. You're chosen to lead, to heal, to create, to shine. The sudden change coming isn't just for you, it's for those around you. Your family, your community, the people who need your light. God's abundance in your life is a tool, a testimony, a way to show the world what's possible when you trust Him. Look at Joseph, sold into slavery, thrown into prison, forgotten by those he helped. Yet, in one day, God lifted him from the pit to the palace. One moment, one divine appointment, and his entire story changed. That's the kind of sudden shift God is orchestrating for you. The years of waiting, the nights of praying, the battles you fought in silence, they're all leading to this. Your palace moment is coming. It's not a question of if, but when. And God says that when is now. If this is speaking to your soul, join thousands of chosen ones by subscribing to this channel and typing 777 inches the comments to seal your faith. The enemy thought he could stop you. He threw obstacles in your path, whispered lies to make you doubt your calling. But you didn't break. You stood firm. And now, the tables are turning. The very things meant to destroy you are becoming stepping stones to your destiny. God is flipping the script. Where you saw lack, He's bringing abundance. Where you felt pain, He's bringing healing. Where you faced rejection, He's opening doors no one can shut. This sudden shift is His promise breaking through the darkness, faster than you ever expected. Imagine a seed buried in the ground, hidden in the dark, pressed down by the weight of the soil. It doesn't look like much, but one day it breaks through, reaching for the Sunday. That's you right now. The pressure you felt wasn't to crush you, it was to prepare you. God has been working in the hidden places, strengthening your roots, readying you for the moment you burst into the light. That moment is here. The breakthrough you've been praying for is about to bloom, and it will be more beautiful than you ever imagined. You might be wondering, why me? Why now? Because you're not ordinary, you're chosen. God saw something in you before you were born, a spark, a purpose, a light that could not be dimmed. The trials you faced didn't disqualify you, they qualified you. Every time you chose faith over fear, forgiveness over bitterness, hope over despair, you proved you were ready for this moment. God's timing is perfect, and He's saying, it's time to rise. If you feel this truth burning in your heart, type 777 inches the comments and claim this divine moment. This sudden change isn't just about what you'll receive, it's about who you'll become. God is transforming you from the inside out. Your confidence is growing, your vision is clearing, your spirit is aligning with His purpose. The world will see it. Your family, your friends, even strangers will notice the change. You're stepping into a version of yourself that radiates God's glory. This isn't about pride, it's about purpose. You're becoming a living testimony of what God can do when you trust Him fully. Consider Esther, a young woman, seemingly ordinary, placed in a palace for a purpose she didn't yet understand. When the moment came, she risked everything to save her people. Her courage didn't come from her own strength, it came from God's timing. You're in an Esther moment. The sudden shift coming is your chance to step into the role God has prepared for you. It might feel overwhelming, but you're not alone. God is with you, guiding every step, opening every door. The urgency of this message is clear. God is moving quickly, and you need to be ready. This isn't a time to doubt or hesitate. It's a time to act, to trust, to move forward in faith. The blessings coming are bigger than you can imagine: financial freedom, restored relationships, renewed health, opportunities you never dreamed possible. But you have to step into them. You have to believe they're yours. God's promises are true, but they require your faith to activate them. Are you ready to say yes to this divine emergency? Picture a runner at the starting line, heart pounding, muscles tense, waiting for the signal. The moment the whistle blows, everything changes. That's where you are. The whistle is about to sound. The race of your destiny is starting, and it's happening faster than you think. You've trained for this. Every challenge, every setback, every moment of perseverance has prepared you to run this race and win. God is your strength, your guide, your victory. Don't hold back. Run with everything you've got. This emergency update is a call to action. God is saying, get ready. The shift is sudden, but it's not random. It's part of His perfect plan. You're not just receiving blessings, you're becoming a blessing. Your life is about to shine so brightly that others will see God's hand on you. They'll ask, what happened to you? And you'll point to the one who made it all possible. Your story is becoming a testimony, a light in the darkness, a proof of God's unstoppable power. Think about the disciples on the day of Pentecost. They waited, they prayed, they trusted, and then, suddenly, the Holy Spirit came like a rushing wind, filling them with power. In one moment, everything changed. They went from fearful followers to bold witnesses, shaking the world with God's truth. That same power is moving in you now. The Holy Spirit is stirring, ready to fill you with courage, wisdom, and purpose. This is your Pentecost moment. The fire is coming, and it's coming fast. You might feel unprepared, but God doesn't call the equipped, He equips the called. You are chosen, and that means you have everything you need to step into this moment. The sudden change God is bringing isn't just about your circumstances, it's about your legacy. The wealth, the healing, the opportunities. They're tools to build something that lasts, something that glorifies Him. You're not just living for today, you're building for generations. Your obedience now will echo through time. The enemy wants you to doubt this. He wants you to think it's too good to be true, too big for you to handle. But God's promises are bigger than the enemy's lies. What's coming is real, and it's yours. The financial breakthrough that will free you from debt. The relationship restoration that will heal old wounds. The health miracle that will renew your body. These aren't dreams, they're divine realities God is bringing to pass. Trust Him. Believe Him. Step into this moment with boldness. Imagine standing on a mountaintop, looking at the valley below. You see the path you've walked, the struggles, the battles, the moments you thought you wouldn't make it, but you did. And now, from this height, you see the future. God has prepared a land of promise, overflowing with abundance. That's where you're headed. The climb was worth it. The view is just the beginning. God is leading you into a season where every step feels lighter, every moment brighter. This emergency isn't about fear, it's about expectation. God is moving in ways you can't yet see, but you can feel it. Your spirit knows something big is happening. The prayers you've prayed, the tears you've cried, the faith you've held onto, they're all coming together in this moment. God is aligning people, places, and opportunities to bring His plan to life. You're not waiting for a miracle anymore. The miracle is here, and it's moving fast. Think of David facing Goliath. Everyone expected defeat. The giant was too big, too strong. But David didn't see a giant, he saw God's promise. One stone, one moment, and the impossible became reality. You're facing your own giants right now. Maybe it's debt, sickness, or fear. But God is handing you the stone. Your victory is coming suddenly, and it will be undeniable. If this is stirring your faith, type 777 inches the comments and declare that you're ready for your victory. This moment is a turning point. God is rewriting your story, and the next chapter is about to begin. The struggles of the past are fading. The promises of the future are unfolding. You're not just surviving, you're thriving. The wealth God is bringing isn't just money, it's peace, joy, purpose. It's a life that overflows with His goodness. You're stepping into a season where lack is replaced with abundance, fear with faith, and pain with power. Picture a riverbed, dry for years, cracked under the sunday. Then, suddenly, water rushes in, filling every crevice, bringing life where there was none. That's what God is doing in you. The dry places in your life, your finances, your health, your relationships, are about to overflow. This isn't a slow process. It's a divine surge, a sudden outpouring of His favor. You've been faithful in the drought, and now the rain is coming. You might be asking, how do I prepare for this? The answer is simple. Trust. Trust God's timing. Trust His plan. Trust that He's already working, even when you can't see it. Your job isn't to make it happen, it's to believe it's happening. Faith is the key that unlocks the door. Every time you choose to trust instead of doubt, you're stepping closer to the breakthrough. Every time you praise instead of worry, you're aligning with God's purpose. Look at the woman who touched Jesus' cloak. Years of suffering, no answers, no hope. But in one moment, one act of faith, everything changed. Her healing was sudden, complete, undeniable. That's the kind of moment God is bringing to you. Your faith is the spark, and His power is the fire. What you've been seeking is seeking you. The miracle is closer than you think, moving faster than you can imagine. This emergency update is a wake-up call. God is saying, don't miss this. The shift is happening now. The doors are opening now. The blessings are flowing now. You're not waiting for a future promise, you're living in the moment of fulfillment. Your life is about to reflect God's glory in ways that will leave others in awe. They'll see the change in you, your confidence, your peace, your joy, and they'll know it's God. Imagine a puzzle, pieces scattered for years. Suddenly, they start coming together, forming a picture more beautiful than you ever imagined. That's your life right now. Every piece, every trial, every prayer, every step of faith is falling into place. God is the master artist, and He's revealing the masterpiece of your life. This sudden shift is His hand at work, bringing order to the chaos, beauty to the brokenness. You're not just chosen, you're appointed. God has placed you in this moment for a reason. The world needs your light, your strength, your story. The sudden change coming isn't just for you, it's for those who will be touched by your life. Your breakthrough will inspire others. Your healing will give them hope. Your abundance will show them what God can do. You're a living testimony, and this moment is your stage. Think of Lazarus, dead in the tomb, all hope gone. Then Jesus spoke, and in an instant, life returned. That's the power of God's word over your life. What looks dead is about to rise. What seems lost is about to be restored. The sudden miracle God is bringing will defy every expectation, silence every doubt, and prove His faithfulness. Your story isn't over, it's just beginning. This is your moment, chosen one. The emergency is here because God's plan is unfolding now. You're not waiting for permission or approval. You're stepping into the destiny He's already prepared. The wealth, the healing, the opportunities, they're not dreams, they're realities. God is moving, and He's moving fast. Join thousands of chosen ones by subscribing to this channel, and let's walk this journey together. Your breakthrough is here, and it's bigger than you think. Picture a wave building in the ocean, growing stronger, moving faster. It's unstoppable, and it's headed your way. That's God's blessing right now. It's not a gentle ripple, it's a tidal wave of favor, crashing over every obstacle, washing away every doubt. You've been standing on the shore, waiting, praying, believing. Now, the wave is here. It's time to ride it. Your faith will carry you into a season of abundance you've never known. The enemy thought he could delay this. He tried to distract you, discourage you, make you believe the promise was too far off. But God's timing doesn't answer to the enemy. His promises don't bend to circumstances. What He's spoken is coming to pass, and it's happening suddenly. The financial breakthrough you've prayed for, the healing you've needed, the purpose you've sought, they're all converging in this moment. Trust Him. Step forward. Claim it. Think of Peter walking on water. The storm was raging, the waves were crashing, but Jesus said, "Come." In that moment, Peter didn't sink, he walked. That's you right now. The storm may be loud, but God's voice is louder. He's calling you to step out, to trust Him, to walk on the impossible. Your faith is stronger than the storm. Your purpose is bigger than the waves. This sudden shift is your moment to walk in miracles. You might feel the weight of this moment, the urgency, the expectation. That's not fear. That's faith rising. God is stirring something in you, preparing you to receive what He's promised. The doors He's opening can't be shut. The blessings He's releasing can't be stopped. You're not just hoping for a change, you're stepping into it. This is your season of overflow, and it's happening faster than you think. Imagine a city in darkness, waiting for dawn. Suddenly, the sun rises, and everything is bathed in light. That's what God is doing in your life. The darkness of struggle, doubt, and delay is giving way to His light. Your finances, your health, your relationships, they're being touched by His glory. This isn't a gradual change, it's a sudden transformation. The world will see it, and they'll know it's God. You're not just a bystander in this emergency, you're the one God has chosen to carry His light. The sudden shift coming is a call to action. Rise up, speak life, walk in faith. The opportunities God is bringing will require your courage, your trust, your obedience. But you're ready. You've been prepared for this. The moment is here, and it's yours to claim. Think of Moses at the Red Sea. The enemy was closing in, the people were afraid. But God said, "Move forward." In an instant, the sea parted. That's the kind of miracle God is bringing to you. The impossible is becoming possible. The barriers are falling. The path is opening. You're not stuck. You're moving into a new season, and it's happening now. This emergency update is a reminder. God's promises are true. His timing is perfect. His power is unstoppable. You're not waiting for a breakthrough, you're living in it. The wealth, the healing, the purpose, they're not far off. They're here. Step into this moment with faith. Trust that God is moving. Believe that your life is about to change. The sudden shift is His gift to you, chosen one. Claim it now. Picture a garden ready to bloom. The seeds you've planted through faith, prayer, and perseverance are about to burst forth. The harvest is coming, and it's coming fast. God is watering every dream, every hope, every promise. Your life is about to overflow with His goodness. This isn't just a season of blessing, it's a season of transformation. You're becoming the person He always meant you to be. The enemy wants you to focus on the past, on the failures, the setbacks, the pain. But God is saying, look ahead. The sudden change coming is bigger than your past. It's bigger than your mistakes. It's bigger than your fears. This is a divine reset, a moment where everything aligns with His purpose. You're not defined by where you've been, you're defined by where He's taking you. Think of Paul on the road to Damascus. One moment, he was persecuting believers. The next, a light from heaven changed everything. His purpose, his identity, his destiny, all transformed in an instant. That's what God is doing for you. This emergency is your Damascus moment. The light is breaking through. Your purpose is being revealed. Your life is being redefined. You might feel the urgency, the weight of this moment pressing on you. That's not pressure, it's power. God is filling you with His strength, preparing you for what's next. The blessings coming are not just for you, they're for the world around you. Your breakthrough will inspire others. Your abundance will bless others. Your story will show others what God can do. Imagine a clock striking midnight, signaling a new day. That's where you are. The old is gone, the new is here. God is turning the page, starting a new chapter. The sudden shift He's bringing will mark the beginning of a season of joy, peace, and purpose. You're not just surviving, You're stepping into a life that shines with His glory. This emergency update is your call to rise. God is moving, and He's moving fast. The promises He's spoken are coming to pass. The doors He's opened are waiting for you to walk through. The blessings He's prepared are yours to receive. You're chosen, you're ready, and this is your moment. Trust Him. Step forward. The sudden shift is here, and it's happening now. Picture a fire spreading through a forest, unstoppable, transforming everything in its path. That's the power of God's plan in your life right now. It's consuming the old, clearing the way for the new. The dreams you thought were dead are being revived. The opportunities you thought were lost are being restored. This is a divine wildfire, and it's burning away every obstacle to reveal the path God has for you. You might be wondering, what do I do now? The answer is simple. Believe. Believe that God is who He says He is. Believe that His promises are true. Believe that you are chosen for this moment. Your faith is the spark that ignites the miracle. Your trust is the key that unlocks the door. Your obedience is the step that leads to the breakthrough. This is your time, chosen one. Don't hold back. Think of Hannah, praying year after year for a child. Her heart was broken, her hope tested, but God heard her, and in His perfect timing, He answered. Her son, Samuel, was born a sudden gift that changed not just her life, but the course of history. That's the kind of answer God is bringing to you. Your prayers, your cries, your faithfulness, they're about to be answered in ways that will echo beyond your lifetime. This emergency is a divine announcement. God is on the move. The shift is happening. The blessings are coming. You're not waiting for a miracle, you're living in one. The wealth, the healing, the purpose, they're not just promises, they're realities unfolding now. Step into this moment with courage. Trust in His plan. Claim the victory that's already yours. The sudden change is here, and it's yours to embrace. Imagine a rocket launching into space, breaking through the atmosphere, leaving the Earth behind. That's you right now. The gravity of your past, your doubts, your fears, your struggles can't hold you back anymore. God is propelling you into a new orbit, a new season, a new destiny. The speed of this change is breathtaking, but you were made for this. You're ready to soar. The enemy thought he could keep you grounded. He tried to weigh you down with worry, with lack, with pain, but God's power is greater. His promises are stronger. The sudden shift coming is your launch moment. The dreams you've carried, the prayers you've prayed, the purpose you've sensed, they're all about to take flight. You're not just rising, you're ascending to heights you never imagined. Think of Elijah calling down fire from heaven. The prophets of Baal mocked him, doubted him, but God answered in a moment. Fire fell, and the truth was undeniable. That's the kind of moment God is bringing to you. The fire of His presence is falling. The truth of His promises is being revealed. Your life is about to burn brightly with His glory, and no one will be able to deny it. This emergency update is your wake-up call. God is moving, and He's moving fast. The blessings He's promised are not far off, they're here. The doors He's opened are waiting. The purpose He's given you is unfolding. You're chosen, you're ready, and this is your moment. Trust Him. Step forward. The sudden shift is happening now, and it's bigger than you can imagine. Picture a river breaking through a dam, rushing forward with unstoppable force. That's the power of God's blessing in your life right now. It's not a trickle, it's a flood. The financial freedom you've prayed for, the healing you've needed, the relationships you've longed to restore, they're all being swept into your life by His divine current. You've been faithful, and now He's faithful to you. You might feel the urgency, the sense that something is about to break wide open. That's not fear, it's faith. God is stirring your spirit, preparing you for the overflow. The dreams you've held, the prayers you've whispered, the battles you've fought, they're all converging in this moment. The sudden shift is here, and it's transforming everything. You're not just receiving blessings, you're becoming a blessing. Think of the woman at the well, living in shame, overlooked by the world. In one conversation with Jesus, her life changed. She went from outcast to evangelist, from broken to bold. That's what God is doing for you. This sudden moment is your encounter with His power. Your past doesn't define you. His purpose does. Your life is about to shine with His glory. This is your emergency update, chosen one. God is moving faster than you think. The promises are unfolding. The doors are opening. The blessings are pouring out. You're not waiting for a miracle, you're living in one. Step into this moment with faith. Trust His timing. Claim His promises. The sudden shift is here, and it's yours to embrace. Imagine a sunrise after a long, dark night. The first rays of light break through, changing everything. That's what God is doing in your life. The darkness of struggle, doubt, and delay is giving way to His light. Your finances, your health, your purpose, they're all being touched by His glory. This isn't a slow dawn, it's a sudden burst of His power, transforming everything in an instant. You might be wondering, am I ready for this? The answer is yes. God doesn't call you to something He hasn't prepared you for. Every trial, every test, every moment of faith has built you for this. You're not just surviving, you're stepping into a season of thriving. The sudden change coming is your moment to shine, to show the world what God can do through a life surrendered to Him. Think of Daniel in the lion's den. The world expected him to be devoured, but God shut the lions' mouths. In one night, Daniel's faith turned a death sentence into a testimony. That's what God is doing for you. The threats against you, the obstacles in your path, they're being silenced. Your faith is turning the impossible into a testimony of God's power. This emergency is your call to rise. God is moving, and He's moving now. The blessings, the opportunities, the breakthroughs, they're not coming someday. They're here. You're chosen for this moment. Trust Him. Step forward. The sudden shift is happening, and it's bigger than you can imagine. Your life is about to reflect His glory in ways that will leave the world in awe. Picture a seed breaking through the soil, reaching for the sunday. The ground tried to hold it back, but its purpose was too strong. That's you right now. The struggles that tried to bury you, the doubts that tried to smother you, they couldn't stop you. God's purpose in you is breaking through, and it's happening suddenly. Your life is about to bloom with His goodness, His favor, His power. You might feel the weight of this moment, the sense that everything is about to change. That's not pressure, it's promise. God is aligning every detail, opening every door, releasing every blessing. You're not just hoping for a miracle, you're living in one. The wealth, the healing, the purpose, they're yours. Step into this moment with boldness. Trust His plan. The sudden shift is here, and it's transforming everything. Think of the walls of Jericho. For 6 days the Israelites marched in silence, trusting God's promise. On the 7th day they shouted, and the walls fell. That's your moment right now. The walls of lack, fear, and delay are crumbling. Your faith is the shout, and God's power is the victory. The sudden change is here, and it's yours to claim. This emergency update is your divine signal. God is moving, and He's moving fast. The promises He's spoken are coming to pass. The doors He's opened are waiting for you to walk through. You're chosen, you're ready, and this is your moment. The sudden shift is happening now, and it's bigger than you can imagine. Trust him. Step forward. Your breakthrough is here. Imagine a locked door, standing tall and unyielding, its surface worn from years of resistance. You've stood before it, praying, pushing, believing for a way through. Now, chosen one, hear this. God is turning the key. The door is creaking open, and what lies beyond is a future so vast, so radiant, it will take your breath away. This isn't a slow reveal. This is a sudden unveiling, a divine moment where everything you've waited for rushes toward you. God's emergency is your breakthrough, and it's happening now. You've walked through seasons that felt like deserts, where every step tested your faith. Those moments weren't wasted. Each one was a chisel, shaping you into someone who could carry the weight of this blessing. God didn't bring you this far to leave you. The dryness is ending, the abundance is coming. Picture a barren field suddenly bursting with color flowers blooming where nothing grew before. That's your life right now. The seeds of your prayers are sprouting, and the harvest is arriving faster than you can imagine. Think of Abraham, called to a land he didn't know. He left everything familiar, trusting God's voice. When the promise seemed delayed, when the years stretched on, he held fast. Then, suddenly, Isaac was born, a miracle that changed history. Your Isaac moment is here. The promise you've carried, the vision you've clung to, is about to take form. God's timing is swift, his power undeniable. The emergency is his signal that your faith is about to bear fruit. This moment is more than a change, it's a transformation. You're not just receiving blessings, you're stepping into a new identity. God is reshaping how you see yourself, how others see you. The doubts that once defined you are fading. The fears that once held you back are dissolving. You're becoming a beacon of his glory, a living proof of his promises. People will look at you and see something different, not just a person, but a purpose, radiating with divine light. Picture a caterpillar in its cocoon, hidden, still, unseen. The world passes by, unaware of the transformation within. Then, one day, it breaks free, wings unfolding, soaring into the sky. That's you, chosen one. The cocoon of struggle, the quiet seasons of growth, they've prepared you for this. God is unveiling the wings he's been forming in you. This sudden shift is your moment to fly, to rise above the limits of your past and soar into his purpose. You might wonder, what's my role in this? It's simple. Stay faithful. Keep trusting. Keep walking. God doesn't need you to force the miracle. He needs you to believe in it. Your faith is the bridge between his promise and its fulfillment. Every step you take in trust is a step closer to the abundance waiting for you. The emergency isn't about striving, it's about standing ready, knowing God is already moving on your behalf. Think of Gideon, hiding in a winepress, feeling small and unworthy. Yet God called him a mighty warrior. In one moment, his perspective shifted. He led an army with just 300 men, and God brought victory. That's what's happening to you. God is calling out the warrior in you, the leader, the chosen one. This sudden change is your moment to step into the strength you didn't know you had. The victory is already yours. The world around you may feel chaotic, but God's plan is steady. The emergency isn't turmoil, it's divine urgency. He's aligning every detail, every connection, every opportunity. The people you're meant to meet, the places you're meant to go, they're being orchestrated right now. This isn't random, it's divine precision, moving faster than you can see. Your job is to trust the process, to believe the one who holds the plan. Imagine a symphony, instruments tuning, notes rising and falling. Suddenly, the conductor raises his baton, and every sound comes together in perfect harmony. That's God's work in your life. The scattered pieces, your dreams, your efforts, your prayers, are being woven into a masterpiece. This sudden shift is the moment the music begins, a melody of abundance, purpose, and joy that will echo through your life and beyond. You've faced moments where giving up seemed easier, the weight of waiting, the sting of setbacks. They tested you, but you didn't quit. That resilience is why you're here, standing on the edge of a breakthrough. God saw your heart, your faith, your refusal to let go. Now, He's rewarding you. The emergency is His announcement that your faithfulness has moved His hand. The blessings are coming, and they're coming swiftly. Think of Rahab, a woman with a past marked by society's judgment, yet in one act of faith, she protected God's people and secured her place in His story. Her life changed in an instant, from outcast to ancestor of kings. That's the kind of turnaround God is bringing to you. Your past doesn't limit you, your faith defines you. This sudden moment is your chance to step into a legacy that will outlast you. This emergency is a divine wake-up call. God is saying, look up. The horizon is changing. The promises you've held onto are taking shape. The wealth, the healing, the purpose, they're not distant dreams. They're realities unfolding now. You're not chasing them, they're chasing you. God's favor is pursuing you, overtaking you, transforming you. Step into this moment with expectation, knowing He's already at work. Picture a lighthouse standing firm in a storm, its beam cutting through the darkness. That's you, chosen one. The storms of life haven't moved you. They've revealed your strength. Now, God is turning up the light. Your presence, your faith, your story, they're about to shine brighter than ever. This sudden shift is your moment to stand tall, to guide others, to show the world what God's power looks like. You might feel a stirring, a sense that something is about to break open. That's not anxiety, it's anticipation. God is moving pieces you can't yet see, preparing a stage for His glory. The financial breakthrough, the restored relationships, the renewed health, they're all part of His plan. This emergency is your signal to get ready, to align your heart with His purpose, to trust that what's coming is bigger than you can imagine. Think of Nehemiah, rebuilding Jerusalem's walls against all odds. Enemies mocked, resources were scarce, but God's favor was enough. In record time, the impossible was done. That's what's happening for you. The walls of lack, fear, and delay are being rebuilt into a life of abundance, courage, and purpose. God's favor is your strength, and this sudden shift is your moment to see His work completed. The enemy wants you to question this. He wants you to think it's too sudden, too big, too impossible. But God's promises don't bend to the enemy's lies. What's coming is real. The wealth to break free from debt, the healing to restore your body, the opportunities to fulfill your purpose, they're yours. This emergency is God's way of saying, it's time. Trust Him, believe Him, step into the moment with faith. Imagine a river carving a new path through a mountain, unstoppable, reshaping the landscape. That's God's blessing in your life right now. It's cutting through every barrier, every doubt, every obstacle. The dreams you've carried, the prayers you've prayed, they're flowing into reality. This isn't a slow change, it's a divine rush, a sudden outpouring of His goodness that will leave you in awe. You're not just chosen, you're commissioned. God has placed you in this moment to carry His light, to show His power, to live His promises. The sudden shift coming isn't just for you. It's for those who will see your life and know God is real. Your breakthrough will inspire faith. Your abundance will spark hope. Your story will point to His glory. This is your moment to rise, to shine, to lead. Think of Mary, a young woman chosen for an impossible task. The world couldn't understand, but she said yes to God's call. In one moment, her life became a vessel for His miracle. That's you right now. Your yes to God's plan, your trust in His timing, is making way for a miracle. This sudden shift is your moment to carry His purpose, to birth something eternal. This emergency is a divine signal that God is moving. The blessings are coming faster than you think. The doors are opening wider than you expect. The transformation is unfolding, greater than you can imagine. You're not waiting for a promise, you're stepping into it. Trust His plan, believe His word. The sudden shift is here, and it's yours to embrace. Picture a phoenix rising from ashes, wings blazing, soaring into the sky. That's your life right now. The fires of trial, the ashes of struggle, they haven't destroyed you. They've refined you. God is breathing new life into your dreams, your purpose, your future. This sudden shift is your moment to rise, to shine, to show the world what His power can do. The emergency is your call to soar. You might feel the weight of this moment, the sense that everything is about to change. That's not fear, it's faith waking up. God is stirring your spirit, aligning your heart with His plan. The wealth, the healing, the opportunities, they're not just coming, they're here. Step into this moment with boldness. Trust His timing. The sudden shift is happening now, and it's bigger than you can dream. Think of Joshua standing before the Jordan River. The promised land was close, but the waters stood in the way. God spoke, and the river parted. In one moment, the impossible became a path. That's what's happening for you. The barriers in your life, lack, pain, fear, are parting. God's promise is your path, and this sudden shift is your moment to cross over. This emergency is your divine wake-up call. God is moving, and He's moving fast. The blessings you've prayed for, the dreams you've held, the purpose you've sensed, they're all converging. You're not chasing a miracle, you're living in one. The sudden shift is here, transforming everything. Trust Him. Step forward. Your breakthrough is now. Imagine a star breaking through the night sky, its light piercing the darkness. That's you, chosen one. The world may be dark, but your light is stronger. God is amplifying your shine, making your life a beacon of His glory. This sudden shift isn't just about change, it's about radiance, about showing the world what happens when God moves. Your story is becoming a testimony, and it's happening faster than you think. You might wonder, can I handle this? The answer is yes. God doesn't give you a calling He hasn't equipped you for. Every trial, every test, every moment of faith has prepared you for this. The wealth, the healing, the purpose, they're not burdens, they're gifts. This emergency is God's way of saying, you're ready. Step into this moment with confidence, knowing He's with you. Think of Deborah, a prophetess leading Israel in a time of fear. She didn't shrink back, she stepped forward, trusting God's call. Her faith brought victory, not just for her, but for a nation. That's what God is doing through you. This sudden shift is your moment to lead, to inspire, to show others what faith can do. Your victory is coming, and it's coming now. This emergency is a divine announcement. God's plan is unfolding. The promises are becoming reality. The doors are swinging wide. You're not waiting for a breakthrough, you're stepping into it. The wealth, the healing, the purpose, they're yours. Trust His timing. believe his word. The sudden shift is here, and it's transforming everything. Step forward, chosen one. Your moment is now. Picture a tapestry, threads of every color woven together, each one telling a story. Your life, chosen one, is that tapestry, and God is the master weaver. Every moment of struggle, every prayer whispered in the dark, every step of faith, their threads he's used to create something breathtaking. Now, in this emergency moment, he's revealing the pattern. The sudden shift coming is the unveiling of your masterpiece, a life so vibrant it will leave the world in awe. You've carried burdens that felt too heavy, walked paths that seemed too steep. Those weren't random hardships, they were divine preparations. God was strengthening your hands to hold the blessings he's about to pour out. Imagine a cup, once empty, now being filled to overflowing. That's your life right now. The abundance, financial, emotional, spiritual, is rushing in, faster than you can prepare for. This is God's emergency, his signal that your season of overflow has begun. Think of Ruth, a widow in a foreign land, with nothing but her faith. She didn't see the future, but she trusted God's leading. In one moment, her loyalty to Naomi led her to Boaz, and her story changed forever. That's what's happening to you. Your faithfulness, your trust, your refusal to give up, they're leading you to a divine connection, a sudden shift that will rewrite your future. God's hand is on you, and it's moving swiftly. This isn't just about receiving, it's about becoming. God is shaping you into a vessel of his glory, someone who carries his light into every room. The sudden change coming will transform how you move through the world. Your words will carry weight. Your presence will bring peace. Your life will inspire others to believe. This emergency is God's call to step into the fullness of who you were created to be, a chosen one radiating his power. Imagine a ship sailing through a storm, waves crashing, winds howling. The crew doubts, but the captain stands firm, trusting the compass. You're that captain, chosen one. The storms of life haven't sunk you, they've shown your strength. Now, God is calming the seas, guiding you to a harbor of abundance. This sudden shift is your arrival, a moment where the winds stop and the blessings flow. Join thousands of chosen ones by subscribing to this channel, and let's sail this journey together. You might feel a spark in your spirit, a sense that something is about to break wide open. That's not uncertainty, it's destiny calling. God is aligning every piece of your story, from the smallest details to the biggest dreams, the financial freedom you've prayed for, the healing you've sought, the purpose you've longed to fulfill. They're all coming together. This emergency is his way of saying, get ready. The shift is here, and it's happening now. Think of Elisha taking up Elijah's mantle. In one moment, he went from follower to prophet, carrying double the anointing. That's what God is doing for you. The mantle of your calling is falling on you now, and it's greater than you expect. This sudden shift isn't just a change, it's an elevation. You're stepping into a new level of purpose, power, and provision. God's anointing is on you, and it's moving fast. The enemy wants you to doubt the timing. He wants you to think you're not ready, that this is too sudden. But God's clock doesn't tick by the enemy's rules. His promises are unfolding now. The wealth to break chains, the health to renew your strength, the opportunities to fulfill your purpose, they're yours. This emergency is a divine alarm, waking you to the reality of his plan. Trust him. Step into it. Picture a garden in spring, buds bursting open, life exploding from every branch. That's your life right now. The winter of waiting is over. The seeds of your faith are blooming, and the growth is sudden, vibrant, unstoppable. God is breathing life into your dreams, your relationships, your future. This isn't a slow unfolding, it's a divine eruption, a moment where everything comes alive at once. You've walked through valleys where hope seemed distant. Those moments didn't break you, they built you. Each step was a lesson, each tear a seed. Now, God is bringing the harvest, the financial breakthrough, the restored connections, the renewed strength. They're not far off. They're here, rushing toward you like a river in flood. This emergency is your signal to stand ready, to receive what He's prepared. Think of Jonah, running from God's call, swallowed by the whale. In the darkness, he turned back to God, and in one moment, he was set free. That's your story now. The places where you felt trapped, the moments you doubted your path, they're giving way to freedom. God is delivering you into a new season, and it's happening faster than you think. Your purpose is calling, and it's time to answer. This sudden shift is more than a moment, it's a movement. God is stirring something in you that will ripple outward, touching lives, changing hearts, building legacies. You're not just receiving blessings, you're becoming a blessing. Your life is a testimony, a proof of what God can do when you trust Him. The world will see it, and they'll know His power is real. This emergency is your moment to shine. Imagine a clock tower striking the hour, its chime echoing through the city. That's God's voice in your life right now, announcing the time of your breakthrough. The years of waiting, the seasons of preparation, they've led to this. The wealth, the healing, the purpose, they're not dreams, they're realities unfolding. This sudden shift is the chime of His promise, ringing out for all to hear. You might feel the urgency, the sense that everything is aligning. That's not pressure, it's power. God is moving every piece into place, setting the stage for His glory. The financial freedom you've prayed for, the relationships you've longed to restore, the strength you've needed, they're all part of His plan. This emergency is your call to step forward, to trust His timing, to claim what's yours. Think of the Samaritan woman at the well, carrying years of shame. In one encounter with Jesus, her past was rewritten. She became a voice for His truth, a light in her community. That's what God is doing for you. This sudden shift is your encounter, your moment to leave the old behind and step into the new. Your story is becoming a beacon of His grace. The enemy wants you to hesitate, to question if this is real, but God's promises don't waver. The wealth to change your life, the healing to restore your body, the purpose to guide your steps, they're yours. This emergency is God's way of saying, now is the time. Trust Him, believe Him. Step into this moment with faith, knowing the shift is here. Picture a wildfire sweeping through a forest, clearing away the old, making way for new growth. That's God's work in your life right now. The struggles, the doubts, the pain, they're being burned away. What's emerging is a life of abundance, purpose, and joy. This sudden shift is His fire, transforming everything, preparing you for a season of growth unlike any you've known. You've stood firm when others would have fallen. That strength wasn't yours alone, it was God's. Every time you chose faith over fear, hope over despair, you proved you were ready for this. The emergency is His signal that the blessings are coming, and they're coming fast. The wealth, the healing, the opportunities, they're yours to claim. Step into this moment with courage. Think of Peter, denying Jesus in fear. Yet, in one moment of restoration, Jesus called him to feed His sheep. Peter's failure became his foundation, his weakness, his strength. That's what God is doing for you. Your past mistakes, your moments of doubt, they're not your story's end. This sudden shift is your restoration, Your call to lead, to serve, to shine. This emergency is a divine turning point. God is moving, and He's moving now. The promises you've held, the dreams you've carried, the prayers you've prayed, they're all coming to life. You're not waiting for a miracle, you're living in one. The sudden shift is here, transforming everything. Trust His plan. Step forward. Your breakthrough is now. Imagine a key turning in a lock, the sound sharp and final. That's God unlocking the doors of your destiny. The barriers that held you back, lack, fear, rejection, are giving way. What's on the other side is a life of abundance, purpose, and power. This sudden shift isn't just a change, it's a revelation, a moment where God's plan for you becomes clear. You've walked through seasons of silence where God's voice seemed faint. Those moments weren't absence, they were preparation. God was teaching you to listen, to trust, to stand. Now, His voice is loud, His plan is clear, and His blessings are rushing toward you. This emergency is your signal to lift your head, to see the doors opening, to claim the future He's prepared. Think of Zacchaeus, climbing a tree to see Jesus. He was small, overlooked, despised. But in one moment, Jesus called him by name, and his life changed. That's what's happening to you. God is calling you by name, choosing you for this sudden shift. Your past doesn't define you, His call does. This is your moment to step into His purpose. The enemy wants you to doubt the speed of this change. He wants you to think it's too soon, too big. But God's timing is perfect. The wealth, the healing, the opportunities, they're not dreams, they're realities. This emergency is His way of saying, it's happening now. Trust Him, believe Him. Step into this moment with faith, knowing the shift is yours. Picture a sunrise breaking over a mountain, its light flooding the valley below. That's God's glory in your life right now. The darkness of struggle, the shadows of doubt, they're fading. The wealth, the healing, the purpose, they're shining through. This sudden shift is His light, transforming everything, making all things new. Step into it, chosen one. Your moment is now. Imagine a scroll, sealed for centuries, its secrets hidden from the world. Now, chosen one, God is breaking the seal. The words written on that scroll are your destiny, and they're being revealed in this very moment. This emergency is the divine unveiling, a sudden opening of heaven's blueprint for your life. What's coming is not a gradual change, but a swift, undeniable shift that will mark you as His chosen, set apart for a purpose that echoes through eternity. You've walked through moments where the path felt unclear, where questions outnumbered answers. Those weren't times of abandonment, they were seasons of alignment. God was calibrating your heart, sharpening your vision, preparing you to carry His glory. Picture a bow, drawn back, arrow poised. The tension you felt is the pull, and now the release is here. This sudden shift is your arrow flying, hitting the mark of His promise with precision and power. Think of Jeremiah, called as a prophet while still young, unsure of his own voice. God didn't wait for him to feel ready. He spoke, and Jeremiah's life became a testament to His power. That's what's happening to you. Your doubts, your hesitations, they're no match for God's call. This emergency is His voice, declaring you ready, thrusting you into a season of purpose and provision that's unfolding faster than you can grasp. This moment is more than a blessing, it's a commissioning. God is placing a mantle on your shoulders, a divine authority to walk in His power. You're not just receiving wealth or healing, you're being entrusted with a mission. Your life is becoming a living message, a proof of what happens when God moves. The world will see it, and they'll know His hand is on you, guiding you into a future that shines with His glory. Picture a riverbank, dry and cracked, waiting for water. Suddenly, a stream breaks through, carving a new path, bringing life to everything it touches. That's God's favor in your life right now. The dry places, your finances, your relationships, your dreams are being flooded with His goodness. This isn't a slow trickle. It's a rushing current, sweeping away every obstacle, filling every void. This emergency is your moment to step into the flow. You might feel a stirring, a sense that the ground beneath you is shifting. That's not instability. It's God rearranging your reality. He's moving mountains, opening doors, aligning opportunities. The wealth you've prayed for, the health you've sought, the purpose you've chased, they're converging in this moment. This sudden shift is His promise breaking through faster than you ever expected. Trust Him. Step forward with faith. Think of Elizabeth, barren for years, her hope tested by time. In one divine moment, God spoke, and she carried John, the forerunner of Christ. Her waiting became her testimony. That's your story now. The seasons of delay, the moments of longing, they're giving way to fulfillment. This emergency is God's announcement that your time of waiting is over. Your miracle is here, and it's happening now. The enemy wants you to question this moment. He wants you to think it's too sudden, too big for you to handle. But God's promises don't bow to doubt. The financial breakthrough, the restored relationships, the renewed strength, they're yours. This emergency is His signal that the chains are breaking, the doors are opening, and His plan is unfolding. Believe Him, claim it. The shift is yours to embrace. Imagine a canvas, blank and waiting, stretched tight for the artist's hand. Your life is that canvas, chosen one, and God is painting a masterpiece. Every stroke, every trial, every prayer, every act of faith is forming a picture of His glory. This sudden shift is the moment He reveals the artwork. A life so vibrant it draws others to Him. Your story is becoming a gallery of His grace. You've faced moments where giving up seemed logical, where the weight felt too much. Those weren't defeats, they were training grounds. God was building your endurance, teaching you to stand. Now, He's rewarding your faithfulness. The emergency is His call to lift your eyes, to see the abundance rushing toward you. The wealth, the healing, the purpose, they're not dreams. They're realities breaking through right now. Think of Andrew, a fisherman called to follow Jesus. In one moment, he left his nets and stepped into a destiny that changed the world. That's what God is doing for you. This sudden shift is your call to leave the ordinary behind, to step into the extraordinary. Your nets, your comfort zones, your doubts are being replaced with a purpose that will ripple through generations. This emergency is a divine summons. God is moving, and He's moving fast. The promises you've held, the prayers you've prayed, they're coming to life. You're not waiting for a breakthrough, you're standing in it. The wealth to transform your life, the healing to restore your body, the opportunities to fulfill your calling, they're here. Trust His timing. Step into this moment with boldness. Picture a flame, small at first, flickering in the wind. Suddenly, it catches, spreading light and warmth, impossible to ignore. That's your life right now. The spark of your faith is igniting, and God is fanning it into a blaze. This sudden shift is His fire, illuminating your path, burning away every doubt. Your presence will light up the world, showing others what God's power can do. You might feel the weight of this moment, the urgency pressing on your spirit. That's not fear, it's expectation. God is aligning every detail, preparing you for what's next. The financial freedom, the restored connections, the renewed purpose, they're all part of His plan. This emergency is your signal to stand ready, to trust that He's already working, moving faster than you can see. Think of Miriam watching over Moses in the basket. Her courage in a moment of danger led to his salvation, shaping Israel's future. That's what God is doing through you. Your faith, your vigilance, your trust, they're shaping a legacy. This sudden shift is your moment to step into a role bigger than yourself, to carry His purpose for those around you. The enemy wants you to shrink back, to think this moment is too much. But God's promises are stronger than fear. The wealth, the healing, the opportunities, they're yours. This emergency is His way of saying, it's time. Believe Him, step forward. The sudden shift is here, transforming everything. You're chosen for this, and your moment is now. Imagine a bridge appearing over a chasm, strong and steady, leading to a land of promise. That's God's work in your life right now. The gaps you couldn't cross, lack, pain, doubt, are being spanned by His power. This sudden shift is your bridge, guiding you to a future of abundance and purpose. Step onto it with faith, knowing He's holding every plank in place. You've walked through seasons where the way forward seemed blocked. Those weren't dead ends, they were detours, guiding you to this moment. God was teaching you to trust His path, even when it curved. Now, the road is clear. The blessings are rushing toward you, faster than you expected. This emergency is His call to move forward, to claim the destiny He's prepared. Think of Thomas, doubting until he saw Jesus' scars. In one moment, his skepticism became faith. His questions became worship. That's what's happening to you. Your doubts are turning to belief, your questions to certainty. This sudden shift is God showing you His hands, proving His promises are true. Your faith is becoming a testimony, and it's happening now. This emergency is a divine wake-up call. God is moving, aligning every piece of your story. The wealth, the healing, the purpose, they're not far off, they're here. You're not chasing a miracle, you're living in one. Trust His plan. Step into this moment with courage. The sudden shift is unfolding, and it's yours to embrace. Picture a wave crashing onto the shore, reshaping the sand, leaving treasures in its wake. That's God's blessing in your life right now. The tides of His favor are sweeping in, reshaping your reality, leaving gifts of abundance, peace, and purpose. This sudden shift is His wave, transforming everything it touches. Step into the water, chosen one, and let His goodness wash over you. You've stood through storms that tried to break you. Those weren't punishments, they were preparations. God was strengthening your roots, readying you for this moment. Now, the storm is passing, and the sun is breaking through. The wealth, the healing, the opportunities, they're yours. This emergency is His signal that the clouds are parting, and your breakthrough is here. Think of Levi, a tax collector, despised by all. In one moment, Jesus called him, and he became Matthew, a disciple who wrote history. That's what God is doing for you. This sudden shift is your call to leave the old behind, to step into a new name, a new purpose. Your past doesn't hold you. His promise does. This is your moment to rise. The enemy wants you to doubt the speed of this change. He wants you to think it's too sudden, too big. But God's timing is perfect. The blessings, the doors, the transformation, they're real. This emergency is His way of saying, now is your time. Trust Him. Believe Him. Step into this moment with faith, knowing the shift is here. Imagine a tree, bare in winter, standing tall through the cold. Suddenly, spring arrives, and it bursts into bloom, vibrant and alive. That's your life right now. The winter of waiting is over. God is bringing a season of growth, color, and life. This sudden shift is his spring, awakening every dream, every prayer, every hope you've carried. You've faced moments where giving up seemed easier than going on. Those choices to keep moving, to keep trusting, they've led you here. God saw your heart, your resilience, your faith. Now, he's rewarding you. The emergency is his announcement that your season of abundance is beginning. The wealth, the healing, the purpose, they're yours, and they're coming fast. Think of Cornelius, a Gentile seeking God. In one moment, an angel spoke, and his prayers were answered, connecting him to Peter and changing the early church. That's what's happening to you. Your prayers, your seeking, they're being answered in a sudden divine moment. This emergency is God connecting you to your purpose, your people, your destiny. This is your divine wake-up call, chosen one. God is moving, and he's moving now. The promises you've held, the dreams you've carried, they're coming to life. You're not waiting for a miracle, you're standing in it. The sudden shift is here, transforming everything. Trust his plan. Step forward. Your breakthrough is now. Picture a locked chest buried deep, its contents a mystery for ages. Now, chosen one, God is lifting the lid. Inside is a treasure beyond imagination, your purpose, your calling, your destiny. This emergency is the moment he reveals what's been hidden, a sudden unveiling that will change how you see yourself and the world. The wealth, the healing, the opportunities, they're spilling out, faster than you can comprehend, ready for you to claim. You've walked through seasons where answers seemed far, where silence felt heavy. Those weren't moments of neglect, they were divine training. God was teaching you to trust his voice, even when it was faint. Now, his voice is clear, his hand is moving, and his promises are rushing toward you. Imagine a vault door swinging open, revealing riches you never dreamed possible. That's your life right now. God's abundance is pouring out, and it's happening now. Think of Samuel, a boy asleep when God called his name. In one night, he went from obscurity to prophecy, chosen to speak for the Creator. That's what's happening to you. This sudden shift is God calling your name, waking you to your purpose. Your ordinary moments are becoming divine appointments. The emergency is his signal that your voice, your life, your story will carry his power. This isn't just a change, it's a transformation of your very essence. God is reshaping your heart, your mind, your spirit. You're not just receiving blessings, you're becoming a vessel for his glory. The world will notice, your presence will shift atmospheres, your words will spark hope, your life will reflect his light. This emergency is God's call to step into a new version of yourself, one that radiates his purpose and power. Imagine a seed carried by the wind, landing in unknown soil. It takes root, grows strong, and becomes a tree that shelters others. That's you, chosen one. The winds of life, trials, doubts, struggles, have carried you to this moment. Now God is planting you firmly, and your growth is sudden, unstoppable. This emergency is your moment to rise, to become a refuge for others, to show the world his goodness. You might feel a stirring, a sense that something massive is breaking through. That's not unease, it's destiny awakening. God is aligning every piece of your journey, from the smallest prayers to the biggest dreams. The financial freedom, the restored relationships, the renewed strength, they're all converging. This sudden shift is his promise coming to life, faster than you ever thought possible. Trust him. Step into it with faith. Think of Nathanael, sitting under a fig tree, unseen by all but God. In one moment, Jesus called him out, and his doubt turned to belief. That's your story now. God sees you, knows you, calls you. This emergency is His voice, piercing through your doubts, inviting you to step into a purpose bigger than you imagined. Your life is becoming a testimony of His knowing, His choosing, His power. The enemy wants you to question this moment, to think it's too sudden to be real. But God's promises don't wait for the enemy's permission. The wealth to break free, the healing to restore, the opportunities to fulfill your calling, they're yours. This emergency is His signal that the barriers are falling, the doors are opening, and His plan is unfolding. Believe Him, claim it. The shift is here. Picture a symphony orchestra, instruments silent, waiting for the conductor's cue. Suddenly, the baton lifts, and music fills the air, rich and powerful. That's God's work in your life right now. The silence of waiting is over. The notes of your faith, your prayers, your perseverance are coming together in a melody of abundance. This sudden shift is His music, transforming your life into a masterpiece. You've faced moments where the path felt blocked, where hope seemed thin. Those weren't dead ends, they were divine pauses, moments for God to prepare you. Now, the pause is over. The blessings are rushing in, faster than you expected. The wealth, the healing, the purpose, they're not far off. They're here. This emergency is God's call to step into the rhythm of His plan, to move with His grace. Think of Lydia, a seller of purple, whose heart God opened in one moment. She became a cornerstone for the early church, her home a hub for His work. That's what's happening to you. This sudden shift is God opening your heart, your life, to a purpose that impacts others, your resources, your faith, your story. They're becoming a foundation for His kingdom. The enemy wants you to doubt the speed of this change, to think you're not ready. But God's timing is flawless. The financial breakthrough, the restored connections, the renewed purpose, they're real. This emergency is His way of saying, now is your moment. Trust Him. Step forward. The sudden shift is unfolding, and it's yours to embrace. Imagine a lantern glowing faintly in the dark. Its light, steady but small. Suddenly, God breathes on it, and the flame roars, illuminating everything around. That's your life, right now. The spark of your faith is becoming a blaze, lighting up your path, your future, your world. This sudden shift is His breath, amplifying your light, making you a beacon of His glory. You've walked through nights where the way seemed unclear, where shadows loomed large. Those weren't moments of defeat, they were seasons of refinement. God was strengthening your flame, preparing you to shine. Now, the darkness is fading, and His light is breaking through. The wealth, the healing, the opportunities, they're yours, rushing in with divine speed. This emergency is your moment to glow. Think of Bartholomew, a disciple known for his honesty, called by Jesus in a single, the moment. His simple faith became a legacy that shaped the gospel's spread. That's what God is doing for you. This sudden shift is your call to step into a legacy, to carry His truth with boldness. Your life, your choices, your faith, they're shaping something eternal. The enemy wants you to hesitate, to think this moment is too big. But God's promises are bigger than fear. The wealth, the healing, the purpose, they're not dreams, they're realities. This emergency is His signal that the time is now. Believe Him. Step into it. The sudden shift is here, transforming everything. Your moment is now. Picture a river dammed up, its waters held back, pressure building. Suddenly, the barrier breaks and the river surges forward, unstoppable. That's God's blessing in your life right now. The obstacles, lack, pain, doubt, are crumbling. and his favor is rushing in. This sudden shift is his power, flooding your life with abundance, purpose, and joy. You've stood through seasons where the flow felt blocked, where progress seemed stalled. Those weren't failures, they were divine setups. God was building your strength, readying you for this moment. Now, the dam is breaking. The wealth, the healing, the opportunities they're pouring out, faster than you can imagine. This emergency is his call to step into the current, to let his goodness carry you. Think of Anna, the prophetess, waiting decades in the temple for the Messiah. In one moment, she saw Jesus, and her life's purpose was fulfilled. That's what's happening to you. Your waiting, your prayers, your faith, they're meeting their answer. This sudden shift is God's promise coming to life, turning your anticipation into reality. The enemy wants you to doubt this moment's power, to think it's too sudden. But God's plans don't bow to doubt. The financial freedom, the restored relationships, the renewed strength, they're yours. This emergency is his way of saying, it's time. Trust him. Claim it. The sudden shift is unfolding, and it's yours to embrace. Imagine a mountain peak, hidden in clouds, its summit unseen. Suddenly, the fog clears, and the view stretches endless before you. That's your life right now. The clouds of struggle, doubt, and delay are lifting, and God is revealing the heights he's called you to. This sudden shift is his vision, showing you a future of abundance and purpose. You've climbed through valleys, faced storms, held on when the way was unclear. Those weren't wasted steps, they were your ascent. God was leading you higher, preparing you for this moment. Now, the view is clear. The wealth, the healing, the opportunities, they're yours, breaking through with divine speed. This emergency is your moment to stand on the peak, to see his plan unfold. Think of Philip, sent by God to a desert road. In one moment, he met the Ethiopian, sharing the gospel and changing a nation. That's what God is doing for you. This sudden shift is your desert road moment, a divine encounter that will ripple beyond your life. Your faith, your obedience, your story, they're carrying his power to others. The enemy wants you to question this clarity, to think the view isn't real, but God's promises are certain. The wealth, the healing, the purpose, they're here. This emergency is his signal that the fog is gone, the path is clear. Trust him, step forward. The sudden shift is yours, transforming everything. Your moment is now. Picture a seed buried in darkness, pressed by the weight of earth. Suddenly, it breaks through, reaching for light, growing strong. That's you, chosen one. The weight of trials hasn't crushed you, it's shaped you. God is bringing you into the light, and your growth is sudden, vibrant, unstoppable. This emergency is his call to rise, to bloom, to show his glory. You've endured seasons where the light seemed far, where the pressure felt heavy. Those weren't moments of defeat, they were divine cultivation. God was nurturing your roots, preparing you for this. Now, the breakthrough is here. The wealth, the healing, the purpose, they're bursting forth, faster than you expected. This emergency is your moment to grow, to shine, to thrive. Think of Dorcas, raised from death by Peter's prayer. In one moment, her life was restored, and her works blessed others. That's what God is doing for you. This sudden shift is your resurrection moment, bringing life to what seemed lost. Your dreams, your purpose, your story. They're being revived, and they'll bless the world. The enemy wants you to doubt this growth, to think it's too sudden. But God's power doesn't wait for permission. The financial freedom, the restored connections, the renewed calling, they're yours. This emergency is his signal that the time is now. Trust him. Step into it. The sudden shift is here, and it's yours to embrace. Imagine a curtain drawn across a stage, hiding the scene behind it. Now, chosen one, God is pulling that curtain back. The spotlight is on you, revealing a destiny so grand it will captivate the world. This emergency is the moment the stage is set, and the sudden shift is your entrance into a role only you can play. The wealth, the healing, the purpose, they're not waiting in the wings. They're here, rushing toward you with divine urgency. You've walked through moments where the spotlight felt dim, where your purpose seemed unclear. Those weren't times of absence, they were rehearsals. God was preparing you for this stage, teaching you to stand tall, to trust his direction. Picture an actor stepping into the light, every line memorized, every move perfected. That's you right now. This sudden shift is your moment to shine, to deliver a performance that glorifies him. Think of David, anointed as king while still a shepherd. In one moment, God's hand marked him for greatness, though years passed before he wore the crown. That's what's happening to you. This emergency is your anointing moment, a divine marker that sets you apart. Your ordinary days are becoming extraordinary, and God's promise is unfolding faster than you can see. This isn't just a change, it's a revelation of your true calling. God is unveiling the gifts he's placed in you, talents you may not have fully recognized. You're not just receiving blessings, you're stepping into a purpose that will impact lives. Your life is becoming a stage where his power is displayed, where others see what faith can do. This emergency is your call to take center stage, to let his glory shine through you. Imagine a river frozen over, its surface still and cold. Suddenly, spring arrives, and the ice cracks, revealing rushing waters beneath. That's God's work in your life right now. The frozen places, your finances, your relationships, your dreams are thawing. His favor is melting every barrier, releasing a flow of abundance. This sudden shift is his warmth, bringing life to what seemed dormant. You might feel a stirring, a sense that the ice is breaking. That's not uncertainty, it's God's power moving. He's aligning every detail, from the smallest prayers to the biggest hopes. The wealth to break free, the healing to restore, the opportunities to fulfill your calling, they're all rushing in. This emergency is his signal that the thaw is here, and it's happening now. Trust him. Step into the flow. Think of Bartholomew, a disciple whose faith was quiet but unshakable. In one moment, Jesus saw him, called him, and his life became a cornerstone of the gospel. That's what God is doing for you. This sudden shift is his call, seeing you where you are, inviting you to a purpose that changes everything. Your quiet faith is becoming a loud testimony of his power. The enemy wants you to doubt this moment, to think the stage isn't yours. But God's promises don't bend to lies. The financial breakthrough, the restored relationships, the renewed strength, they're real. This emergency is his way of saying, step into the light. Believe him, claim it. The sudden shift is unfolding, and it's yours to embrace. Picture a book, its pages blank, waiting for the author's pen. Your life is that book, chosen one, and God is writing a story that will inspire generations. Every chapter, every trial, every prayer, every step of faith is leading to this moment. This sudden shift is a new page, filled with his promises, bursting with his glory.